Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, students, you hope so you all are fine. Today we are going to discuss about the level of the organization. It means that how we get a whole human from where life begins. But it is like that the most simplest, you can say that most simplest particle on the earth is the subatomic. The life starts basically from the atomic level. Keep in your mind, the life starts from the atomic level. Okay? Now, Peter, there is many things which you are going to study, and these all are going to be new for you. So let's see what is the life. Basically, Peter, the life begins. If you are going to study the life used to begin from the atomic level, or very small level. So let's discuss the first level of the organization, and that is the atomic level or subatomic level. You all know it very well that the atom is the most simplest particle, and everything is made up of an atom. An atom have a nucleus, and this nucleus contains the neutron and the proton. The neutron is the neutral charge, while the proton have the positive charge, and the electron is revolving around the nucleus, and it would have the negative charge. So this is an atom, and this electron, proton and neutron, they are basically the subatomic level. So this is somehow you have learned in the science before. Now, what is happening, beta? We know it very well that every metal is made up of an element. And you know very well that what is the element? Might we have learned in the chemistry. The element is basically a simplest substance which is made up of same atom. Let's suppose we have the hydrogen. Hydrogen is an element. Okay? So obviously the element of the hydrogen would have all the hydrogen atoms. Are you getting my point? It is like that, students, listen to me. Let's suppose it is like that we have the carbon element. So it means that the carbon element would have all the carbon atoms in it. Okay? So they are saying that all type of the metals are actually made up of the element, and each element contain a single kind of an atom. Fine. So similarly, I'm saying that this is the oxygen element. So it means that the oxygen element contains all the atom. So what is the meaning of an atom? A means knot. Term means cut. It means that there is nothing simple than the atom. So that is known as the atom. A means knot and term means cut, that we are not further able to cut it. The atom are actually made up of many subatomic particles. As you know it very well that there are proton, neutron, electron, and there are more than that. There are many other subatomic particles which are present in the atom, but we will discuss it in the higher classes. Right now what we are discussing? We are discussing the most stable subatomic particles are, although I have told you that atom do have many subatomic particles, but the most stable are the electron, proton and the neutron. Is it clear to you, students? Now, out of the 92 kinds of an element that occur in the nature, 16 are called bioelement. They take part in making the body mass. Now, it is like that our nature do have the 92 elements. If you are going to discuss, like there are if you are going to study in the chemistry, there are many elements like all around the world, but out of these elements only 16, the 92 elements used to present in the nature. Okay, like oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, potassium, iron and carbon. There is then zinc. Then you have learned many of the metals like aluminum. You have learned about the platinum, silver, gold. There are many elements, but 16 elements are called bioelement. 16 elements are called bioelement. What is the reason to call it bioelement? Because these are the elements which involved in the bio mean life. So these 16 elements are actually making the life. It means that these 16 elements are which are helping to make the living structure, which is helping to make a human body. Okay, which is actually helping to make the life possible. Like there, it is not like that the human body is made up of gold. Have you ever know that anybody is made up of any organism, any living organism is made up of gold? Or it is not like that that we do have some, like we are made up of platinum. No, we are not made up of platinum. So there are only 16 elements which are basically helping to make a living organism. And what these are, and out of these 16, the 6 elements are there which are playing the 99% role of the body mass. Students, out of 92, the 16 elements are there which are which is making the human life, which is making the life possible, which is actually making the living organism. And out of these 16, the 6 elements are there which are making the 99% of the living organism. The 99% of the living organism is made by these 6 elements. Let's suppose beta, you have the muscles on your body. Your muscles, what are these muscles? These are the proteins. Okay. Similarly, proteins are made up of what? Carbon, hydrogen. That is made up of, there is one nitrogen that is made up of oxygen. Okay. Let's suppose you have the bones. What is that bones? The bones are made up of what? Yes, they are made up of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium. Okay. You have the fats in your body. These fats are made up of what? Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, okay, oxygen. So that's why it is said that there are some 6 elements which is making the 99% of the body. And what these 6 elements are? That is the oxygen, that is a carbon, that is hydrogen, that is nitrogen, that is calcium, that is phosphorus. Did you get it? So it means that these 6 are like oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium and sulfur are making the 99% of the total body mass. Like out of 16, now how many left? 10. This 10 is making the 1% of the body mass. This 10 is making the 1% of the body mass. And what are they? Potassium, sulfur, chlorine, sodium, magnesium, ferrum means iron, copper, manganese, zinc and iodine. So these 10 beta, you have to learn it. You have to learn these. These are very much important, which is making 1% of the total mass. Clear or not? Hope so you get it. Now beta, if you are going to see this diagram is very much important, and mostly this diagram used to come in the. So student, this diagram is actually, this is a pie chart. This is what? This is the pie chart which is representing you. You can say that the percentage. Like we have learned that 6 bioelements are there which are making the 99% of the body, which is making the 99% of the body. Okay? So what is that? Basically the oxygen, that is a 65%. The 65% of the body contains the oxygen. The 65% of the body contains oxygen. Then 18 is the carbon. Then hydrogen, that is 10%. Nitrogen 3%. Calcium 2%. Phosphorus 1% and other 1%. And what was this other? Potassium, sulfur, it is like iodine, manganese, these all. Clear or not? So now beta, what we have learned, that this is the pie chart which is telling you the percentage of the bioelement, these 6 elements. What was that? Oxygen have 65%. Hydrogen is like putting the 10% of the role in body mass. Carbon 18%, nitrogen 3%, calcium 2, phosphorus 1 and other, obviously rest of which is the 1. This is all. Now the next level which we are going to discuss is basically the molecular level. Now what is the molecular level? Obviously beta, you all know it very well. The atoms, what is that? The same atoms, it is like that. The same atoms used to make the element. And these elements when used to join together, they are making the molecule level. Okay, the elements when they used to, the different elements when they used to join together, the different elements, students listen to me, you have to focus on the definition very well. You have to focus on the definition. What I'm saying that molecular level is basically the different elements, the different elements when they used to join together, they used to form the molecule. They used to form what? They used to form a molecule. Like let's suppose beta, carbon dioxide is a molecule. It contains two elements, carbon and oxygen. Similarly, water H2O, there is a molecule and it contains two hydrogen and one oxygen. This means that it contains two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. So the different elements used to join together and they are going to make a molecule level. So in organisms, bioelements usually do not occurs in isolated. It means because they are not used to form in the alone. It is not like that only hydrogen is going to present, only oxygen is going to present. They are not used to form, they are not occurring in the isolated form. They used to combine, and when they used to combine, how they are combining? They are combining through a bond, and name of this bond is the ionic bond or covalent bond. So beta, don't get confused about these bonds. You are going to learn these both bonds in detail in chemistry. Right now what you have to learn is that these elements, these different elements used to join together by the forces like ionic and the covalent. लेट्स सपोज बेटा इफ यू आर गोइंग टू पेस्ट अ पेपर ऑन द पेपर, ठीक है, जैसे आप पेपर को पेपर के ऊपर चिपका रहे हो, यू नीड अ गम, आपको गम चाहिए ना दो चीज़ों को जोड़ने के लिए, अदरवाइज दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू जॉइन विद ईच अदर. सिमिलरली व्हेन टू एलिमेंट्स आर गोइंग टू जॉइन विद ईच अदर दे नीड अ गम एंड दैट गम नेम इज आयनिक बॉन्ड और द कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. क्लियर? The stable particle formed by the such bonding is called molecule or the biomolecule. When we are going to get the stable particle, let's suppose when it is like that, आपने गम के साथ गम को एक चीज़ जोड़ दी है, now it is very much stable कि you are not able to separate it. ठीक है, आप चिपकी हुई चीज़ को आप अलग नहीं कर सकते, that is a stable one. So it means when we are going to get a stable element, so that will be known as a molecule or biomolecule. But listen to me, the biomolecule. What is a biomolecule? The biomolecule is the molecule that used to exist in the life. Those molecules which are making the life is known as a biomolecule. So, our organism is formed by the enormous numbers of biomolecules of 100 or different types. These molecules are the building material and themselves constructed in the great variety and the complexity due to the specific bonding arrangement. Biomolecules are classified into micromolecules and the macromolecules. Now what actually it means? Beta, basically the molecules, these biomolecules are making your different part of the bodies. How? Like let's suppose beta, your body is made up of protein, ठीक है? Your body is made up of protein, and ये protein किसका बना हुआ है? This protein is made up of molecules. This protein is made up of molecules. Like that, many of the hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, they used to join with each other and they are making the protein, means the part of your body, right? Similarly, beta, you have the teeth. You have a very strong teeth now. How they are made up of? You have very strong bones. How they are made up of? They are also made up of these molecules like hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen and calcium, phosphorus. ठीक है? Now beta, your body contains the fats. Your body contains the carbohydrate. How they are made up of? Obviously by these bioelements, the biomolecules. So these molecules are making the structure of your body. This is making you. These are the basically the building material. जैसे बेटा you know the bricks. The bricks are basically the making material of the home. When you are going to put a brick on the brick, you use to make a wall. Similarly, these molecules are basically the building material. They used to make a specific structure by having the bond in between, and you know very well the bond are the ionic and the covalent. So beta, these biomolecules, listen to me very carefully, these biomolecules have two types. One is the macro and the other one is the micro. So we have the macromolecules as well as we have the micromolecules. So macromolecules are basically micro. Listen to me beta. Micro. M-I-C-R-O. Micro means small. Micro means small. So macromolecules are those molecules which are making the low molecular weight, like glucose हो गया, water हो गया. You know very well you need water. Your 60 to 70% of the body is made up of water. So this water is the micromolecules like H2O. This is a micromolecule. Similarly glucose, like that. So what is that macro? What is macro? The macro means large. So this is making the large part of your body. One who have more molecular weight, जिनका वजन ज़्यादा हो, जैसे protein, starch, lipids. Clear? So hope so student you get it. I don't think so that it is going to cause any kind of the difficulty if you are going to listen me very carefully. So but after listening, this is not enough to listen. You have to learn it to make your concept more clear. So what you are going to do mostly in the board paper, what kind of the questions used to come in the board paper, the question used to come like explain the subatomic or the atomic level. ठीक है. The most important question is that what is bioelement? What are bioelements? What are bioelements? ठीक है. This question used to come in the board, as well as draw the pie chart diagram. This question used to come in the board, which is representing the bioelements. Similarly beta, it is also it used to also come explain molecular level, also the types of the molecular level. ठीक है. Right now what you are going to which two questions are there which I am going to give you. The first question which you are going to write is that what is a subatomic and atomic level. ठीक है. What is a subatomic and atomic level? ठीक है. You have to, the answer is from here. The answer is like from here to plus this diagram. This is also added. Diagram भी draw करनी है. ठीक है. The second question is beta explain molecular level. Explain molecular level and the types of the molecular level. These two questions you have to do in the copy, and the third question is that which we have done before. Write a note on the Muslim scientist. Hope so you get it beta. If you have any issue you can ask me. Best of luck, stay blessed and keep remember me in your praise. Allah Hafiz.